Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, called it the 26. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading the charge, their lefty QB.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
On the ground, here's the fourth-round pick from April's draft. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. They work now on 2nd and 9. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 2 yards, good enough for a first. A handoff as they run the counter play. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. At the 26-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try and start this drive in the air. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. Now the first carry here for the running back. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. And on now is the punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 catches, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Back to throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. back to throw again. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. They'll look to throw again. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Well, certainly not an ideal first quarter for him. Remember, he lost the fumble earlier, and here he ends up on the ground with a sack.
And sometimes what happens when you make a mistake early, you get too cautious going forward. Just cover up the football and take care of it and be able to cut it loose. Otherwise, your offense is going to stall.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Off the RPO, he completes it. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 7-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The false start hurts him there a bit, backs him up to 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the 1st.
That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
A promising sign there from an offense that hasn't done a whole lot to this point. Nice job to locate the open receiver. And it's good yardage and a 1st down to open the drive.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll set up to throw. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Can't get away, and he's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes.
And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Fielded just inside the 20. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football.
They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Stays on his feet. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Now this play was all about the eyes. As he rolled out to his right, he kept one eye downfield and one eye on what was in front of him, and he ended up picking up some pretty good yardage.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Automatic first down.
that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's a 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Under pressure, and down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Boston's offense ready to go again. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. That is caught. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Oh, he stays up. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Desperados post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. One more go for this offense in the first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 7. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
It's 4th down.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. From there, we're off to check out another game. And as you see, they were losers earlier this afternoon. 24-17, your final score. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And as you see, they were winners in their ball game. The Blues were able to put it all together there as they earned that much-needed first victory of the year. This has been a hard-fought battle thus far. Just the one touchdown to this point is still anybody's game at 7-0, as both of these defenses have been out there trying to one-up one another.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Desperados offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Slot man moves right. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Pushing his way through. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards on the play, first down.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll look to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. The slot man in motion right. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Gets through, and now an opening. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
It may sound cliche, but those are the types of yards he can get you. He's such a bruising back.
He is, and typically with that type of a back, if he has any type of stamina, it shows up later in the ball game. Because trust me, guys get tired of running up and trying to tackle that big fella. It wears on him, and then he gets stronger as the game goes on.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be second down. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage was so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
They'll set up a throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. They'll wind up losing 3 yards there on the play, as that'll lead to a second and goal. They'll drop the throw. Under pressure, they got him again. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack, and that makes things tougher here on third and goal. Back to throw here. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they're able to build on things here with a field goal, but the question is how much longer can they really rely on their defense to pitch a shutout?
That's a great question, because the guys on the other sideline are saying, give us the ball. We want another shot at this. So yes, tight game, you'll take the 3. But this game, it's far from over.
Well, the Honolulu offense making its return to the field now. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
In motion goes the tight end. Now a play fake here on first down. In trouble, and he's taken down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach, trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
Back now here on EA Sports, as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Fighting through pressure, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 8. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Back to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return.
And the Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football.
And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
2nd and 5.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The offense on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Holding offense.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Now a handoff looking right. He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked on with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll set up to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Backfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively.
95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Desperados have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back to throw again.
To the sideline and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Flushed out right.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Eluding the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Now a 2nd and 6.
And he will find his man on the outside. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. That's caught at the 1. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. They'll look to throw again. This is caught. Touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Tigers are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. It's complete, and he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
down and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done, really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball.
You're handing
out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural. But
I like where we're going with this, though. You say one to represent, like the best player of all of that. And I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for Austin, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year, and they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Honolulu, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.